Now then, I just wanted to take a look here at this legendary hunt for the Lamborghini Gallardo, and it's mostly just one of the races which are a bit troublesome in it, and just yeah, kind of why I've been away for a bit the last 2 weeks or so of video making. That's because it's been pretty hard to concentrate and focus on bits and pieces. So I'll go through, yeah, like this hunt, a few bits and pieces, and yeah, show a run of that Stingray in particular, because that's the trouble child here. Even if you have the car, you probably have it at 2 stars. Well, yeah, as to where I've been, I have to flick off a light for that. But yeah, here has been where the fun's at. Oh, will this focus? There we go. Yay! That kind of sucks. Yeah, going down a small bit now on this, but yeah, definitely something to be avoided, and like it kind of sucks, but it seems like avoiding it is sort of difficult at the moment with the current waves and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where I've been for the last about 2 weeks. And yeah, I hope everyone's keeping safe and such. And oh, what was missed? That DS3 event. What a pile of absolute crap. Yeah, like that was one thing that throughout that event, I said it on the Discord server a fair bit and things, but basically all I was aiming to get on that was a maxed out Roadster, which was easy enough to do and in the free to play type mode. And the other thing which I got from it, which was pretty cool, was my Porsche 911 GT3 RS. And yeah, both of those maxed out. The rest of it was pretty much non-achievable nonsense. The other support car that was inside there, that Citroen, yeah, just absolutely a no-go whatsoever. And the same with the LVN itself. Like that's a car that you needed to spend about 500. And yeah, because of that, quite a lot of players are talking about taking a day off on the 19th. I'm pretty sure I can find something else to play on that date. But yeah, on the 19th of January, quite a few different groups are talking about just taking a day off of playing Asphalt and basically a strike, so to speak, just to send a message. Now, realistically, I would still advise, make sure, log in, get your daily tickets and stuff like that from the quests, daily tokens. But yeah, you know, if you've got some other game to play on the 19th, why not just send a part of a message of just going like, yeah, that this kind of sucks, because it's one thing to have a free-to-play game, which the last bunch of seasons haven't been. But then there's kind of a thing where it's also pay-to-play in a premium kind of thing. So at the moment, we've got like the Legend Passes. But having the Legend Pass for something like the LVN just bought you the ability to buy more stuff. Like, having the Legend Pass in this season in particular gets you nothing from the two special events. Like, you will not be able to get the Bugatti, which is in the special event right now. Definitely not without paying out some extra bits and pieces. Maybe doable with tokens, but you've got to have a really, really good garage for that. And you do have to obviously have the Apollo IE for it. But the the LVN, like, that was a no-go whatsoever. So even for the people who pay, it was still just like, yeah, zero reward whatsoever from it. Like, I may be able to get the Bugatti Divo at like a star or two, but at the same time, like I said, like, that's going to be incredibly token costly. And that's just the thing. It's like, if you're like me, a person who actually pays an amount into the game, you would at least expect to get to play some of the special events. But yeah, I mean, outside of getting a D-class car and upgrading an old B-class that I've had at 4 stars for ages, like, there was nothing for me in the LVN other than really annoying copy eye and stuff. And yeah, with this current, the Divo, like I said, I know I'll be able to scrape my way through that 100 conditions, hopefully, and yeah, that I can buy the rest of the car if I want to, but like, that's nonsense. So yeah, on the 19th of January, like I said, maybe just log in, get your daily tokens, don't do other races, go and play something else. And there's plenty of other free-to-play games, like Paladin's amazing, Rocket League absolutely fantastic, Tetris 99, any of those, or just, yeah, take a look at some of the other games on the Switch. But just on the 19th in particular, take a day off maybe. But yeah, the thing I wanted to do in this race though is just, yeah, this Gallardo, like, it's a nasty enough time requirement. So defensive start, you're going to need that kind of a fairly high start version of the start if you want to be able to get that 36 seconds. Now I can do it with 34 because my start is golded. But there's 36 seconds in the Chevy Corvette Stingray. If you have that from the Legend Pass where it came from, you're going to have it at just 2 stars. And at that, it's really not that easy to do. But it is possible to do it for sure. So if you have it tuned up to max, like this one is at 2 stars, you should be able to do this with about maybe a half a second to spare. The main thing that sucks about the Stingray as well is the fact that like it's not a D-class car. So yeah, if you don't get to 36 seconds, you also don't get 3 packs because that middle pack is like D-class specific. And this one is just down to the AI. So like if the AI runs into you at the side at the start of this race, it can be run over. And the AI will also kind of chuck the traffic into your way. But yeah, it's definitely possible. Just try and avoid them as much as possible here at the start and just line up for this ramp. Imperfect right up along the lights to hopefully give you the 2 barrel rolls, and then just point towards the river. And just, you gotta watch out, like they will throw that car in your way. Imperfecting whilst in the air to get the speed boost, and up here as well, just imperfect off this ramp. Bit of boost to land down. Not going to drift around this corner, just ease off the accelerator a tiny bit, don't go onto the footpath, and yeah, just normal nitro to the finish line. And 0.853, like yeah, I've had closer ones than that. It just a case of like right onto the line. You can get it down to about like at 35.6 with that 2-star Stingray. But it's definitely possible. The main killer of this run is going to be just AI getting in your way. And like they will try it, and you just have to try and adjust as you see them chucking out like the traffic and cars and stuff like that into your way. That's my last one of those blueprints taken from the guaranteed set. Any luck with arrows? No, these are very low drop rate. Now for the rest of these, what I've been doing is touch drive, but unfortunately you can't do this touch drive no input. So if you have a golden Civic, you can do this touch drive, but you will need to use some input. And there's 2 different kind of starts off that you'll see to this. One is where a car on the left hand side will drop back close to you, and you then need to nitro them out of the way. If that's the only interaction that you have with them, that's easy enough. The worst one is where that car on the left goes forward, and then what you're going to get is hit into the side before you come to that nitro bottle, because the AI will veer towards the nitro bottle. But the more standard one is just, yeah, say leave the race start up if you want to do this touch drive, and just when you see the car on the left hand side coming back like that, just imperfect him out of the way and put your car into a normal nitro state, and that should leave you then just press right towards this ramp, left towards that ramp, and press nitro in the air. It doesn't make much difference, and then just left onto this ramp. Now that should be enough with most runs to get it under the 39 seconds. You can, if your car is less tuned, coming up towards here, you can hold the drift button there and then send your car in an either shockwave or just a normal nitro state towards the finish line. So you can do this with like less input than driving it fully yourself, but at the same time, like it is just down to, again, that AI. That one will just slow down and crash into you at the start, so just imperfect him out of the way and you should be fine. The other thing that can happen is, yeah, just like at that nitro bottle that's there behind, what will happen is an AI will come in towards that bottle and hit into the side of you. So you need to have the nitro ready to just imperfect it out of the way if that does happen. And obviously, yeah, there's going to be times where the Civic will just get rammed too much by AI and it'll probably get just 2 packs out of this run. But at the same time, if you're going to need to do this a couple of 100 times, it can be better to just get it down in touch drive rather than having to manually drive that same Rome course over and over and over again. Like, it will drive you kind of mental just doing, yeah, what is it, 38 seconds of road repeatedly, rather than just let the AI and touch drive take it on over. I'm heading towards the 5th star for this. Let's see, and look, this time handling credits and grades. Still, I'm not too upset about those credits. And that's another thing that I picked up during the last special event and over the last while and events that were going on is that Vanda Electric's car. So and just been picking up blueprints from that from the store. There's another one from that. I'll take 2, please. I'll take another one after midnight. But yeah, like I'm now heading towards, I think, is it the 5th star? 52 blueprints, gonna get costly. So I'm not exactly flying towards the next star for that. I'm just gonna do it casually enough. Let's see. Yeah, I have this at 4 stars. I brought it up to just to get the syndicate coins during that drive syndicate, but still they wouldn't help to get you much further in this. I've just been using it then as a mule to throw a import part and a upgrade onto every day, because you could do the 3 and 4 star syndicate coin run with just the car at stock. Even it was just about having those star ratings on the car. But yeah, I am just kind of chilling at the upgrades on that. I'll obviously need it at a point during the special event. It comes back into play, but yeah, I'm just going to be playing towards that. This one does suck a bit because obviously, like, people just immediately get caught out by the fact of the missing Apollo, i.e. like, that is a Legend Pass car. If you wanted to get that and to take part in this Divo event, by the way, just keep in mind it's going to be way cheaper to just buy the Legend Pass than paying for any of those packs for this. Because if you do the Legend Pass and do some of the quests for that, you'll get enough blueprints by now to definitely have that car unlocked, nearly bring it to the 2nd star, just using a few races in the British season, doing some of the full throttle stuff, and also, yeah, some multiplayer races. Most of the missions this season have been pretty easy. The thing to know though, that'll just give you the first 5 conditions from this stage. You're then going straight into stage 2, where you need to have the Carrera GT to get 10 more conditions from this. Now, I've got the Carrera GT maxed out, but even still, that doesn't actually give you a whole lot of conditions. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, turning 14, 15, 16 from this second race. 26 in total if you're to max this out with the thing. So it's not like a free pass, because say you pay for this Apollo IE, you need the Carrera GT to be able to at least unlock the next one, and then you need to have that Jaguar again. So like, just keep in mind that if you were going to buy into this one, it's like, that's costly. If you don't have these cars, your run is over there. And I've kind of have enough conditions now that I can overshoot even, say, stage 4, and I'll have enough to overshoot stage 5 that'll get to the Koenigsegg Regera stage, which, yeah, I have that one kind of maxed out as well. So it'll be a free epic import part for that and the Divo from me. But yeah, like, do definitely take a look ahead into this special event before you actually spend a bit to get into it. Because, like, say, the other cars that you've got in here, you need to have, yeah, that 6-starred Regera for all the rewards, the 6-starred version of the Bugatti Chiron, and yeah, Peugeot Onyx standing there. The, yeah, Dendrobium, again, like, I have this at 4 stars now, which means that that's as much rewards as I get. I will not be able to get it to the 5th star, I think, during the next couple of weeks, but I'll see. But like, that cuts me off from 5 blueprints there from this. I'll see how I go. What is this available for? That is available actually for the next 24 days. So I guess if I get 2 blueprints per day, I'll be cutting it kind of close to that. But yeah, and then I've got like the Genti on stage 10, another rare enough car. I do have it at 6 stars though, so like, for a person with my type of garage, this event should be okay enough to get to the 100 conditions. But really do take a look at the condition requirements for this one before you would get spending at all, because like, this gets costly very, very quickly. Stage 13 again, and as well as like an absolute joke, because this requires the 4-star version of the Apollo IE. And like, there is rewards here again for the 25 tokens for 10 runs of that. It's not possible to get those though unless you have the car at 4 stars anyway, because this also has a required rank at 3,500 before it'll let you even begin that race. So even though there's no star requirement on some of those conditions, like the one on the far left, yeah, you still can't actually do anything with it. As for the actual difficulty, if people are wondering, on stage 3 with my version of this car, I was able to put in an under 35 second time, barely on the 34 seconds. So I would have been able to get the, like, just on the 5-star rewards for it. And yeah, my Jaguar is yeah, 3 stars, and it's not even fully tuned to the 3 stars. It's missing some handling, tuning, import parts being put onto that. So like, again, the difficulty is just having the cars, but definitely take a look through this one, because there's another thing about it. The Bugatti Divo is sort of like an upgraded version, obviously, of your Chiron. And if you've got a Chiron at 6 stars and you're able to compete through this event, you know, that's a car which is, you know, at 6 stars, it's going to be better than where most people would unlock the Divo, because that's going to be an incredibly costly car to try to gear up through this event. So I would really advise caution with spending money on this one. And yeah, just like, look at it, the fact that you literally have to have the Koenigsegg Regera and the Bugatti Chiron pretty much maxed out if you're going to be progressing through this one, which is a really strange thing to point out to players as they play. But yeah, again, I just wanted to draw attention to the fact that if you are going to buy the IE, wouldn't advise buying blueprints for it directly from the shop. I would advise instead, if you are going to get it from the Legend Pass. That's the way to do it. But if you were going to get it to play this Divo event, keep in mind that you will immediately need the Carrera GT at least starred up an amount, and the same thing with the Jag. You're going to want that at 3 stars to be able to progress anyway into this at all. And then to get to the 100 conditions, to get to the Divo packs, you're going to need to have the Regera and the Chiron both tuned up pretty well to be able to get some of the conditions from those stages. And yeah, the packs, if you haven't done anything in this event yet, they're in the shop with 100 conditions required to be able to get them. So yeah, definitely it's going to be pretty costly and require a decent enough garage to be able to unlock that car even at the first stars. So I'm going to head off and get the last of these 23 blueprints for this one. As Flying Raging actually pointed out on my Discord server, you don't need to get all of the blueprints for this one right now. So if this one is annoying you with how long it's taking, during the 4th Drive Syndicate, the Gallardo is in one of those stages and it gives 35 blueprints for it, or at least it did on Global a year ago. Now, that's another Drive Syndicate event, so you need to be able to progress through that one a bit. But yeah, the option is there that if you're within 35 blueprints of this, so if you get it to the 4th star, yeah, you can pretty much stop, or know the fact that if you're going to take part in that Drive Syndicate 4 event, you'll get 35 more blueprints from this if things stay the same as they did on Global. I would prefer to just finish this off right now, so that's how I'm going to do it. I'm also self-isolating, so it's not like I've got a choice of going out and doing other stuff. But yeah, just to be aware, if you're climbing up through the 3rd star on that one, on the Gallardo, the 4th star was just 21 blueprints, and then yeah, the 5th star is 35, so it's low enough blueprint requirements for it, so it's not that crazy. Speaking of that crazy, if you were looking at the Ford GT in its final day and thinking, maybe I'll go for the 4th star and get the key from that. No, the 4th star for the Ford GT Mark II is 85 blueprints and is insane to try to go to. That one is crazy. So yeah, definitely, not all cars are created equally, especially with their blueprint requirements, but my Ford GT, I got it up to the 3rd star in that event. It's still bad, but yeah, definitely, if anyone was going for those key packs in it, just, oh, that would be near impossible to get to that 4th star. Yeah, hopefully this video finds you well. You did cool enough in the Drive Syndicate and didn't, go down too many rabbit holes of paywalls. As always, sub button up there really helps out the channel, and there's other videos for me here and here. And yeah, I'll try and get back to making some more of those. As always, guys, drive safe and stay safe. Watch out for people with runny noses. Good luck.